Welcome anyone to my YouTube channel. This is Ever, aka Two Beasts to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least. And I'm a little bit under the weather today, but I wanted to obviously talk about, I guess, the the quote unquote big direct that Nintendo had for today for the E3 summer game season, whatever. Before I get into my thoughts about that, let's hit that intro. All right. So yeah, Nintendo yesterday. Today is the 9th of June. Yesterday they announced they're gonna have a direct, and I think I talked about that in the Xbox Showcase podcast we had and everything on the channel. That I assumed they were gonna do that. They were gonna surprise announce that oh yeah, we're having a direct, and that's Nintendo for you. They do that. Oh yeah, here's one, and it's tomorrow, which is exactly what happened. And yeah, it was bad. um, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Uh, Earlier I was thinking 2 out of 10, but after some talk with like my brother and thinking about it a little bit more, I'm gonna bump it up to a 3, maybe a 3.5 out of 10. Um, I know Nintendo's obviously very beloved by a lot of people and everything. I even saw like someone was defending this um, this direct, saying, "Oh, look at all we got," but it's like a lot of stuff we already knew about, and even some of the like newer reveals were just very underwhelming. But let me go through a list of what they showed. So they showed Rhythm Heaven Groove, Onimusha Way of the Sword, Dragon's Dogma 2, Stellar Blade, not the sequel, the original one. Orbitals, Rayman Legends Retold, Big Walk, One Piece Grand Gourmet, Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, Ninjala 2, Ninjala 2. I should make sure that's said correctly. Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC, Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivation, whatever. Lords of the Fallen 2, Lies of P Complete Edition, Devil May Cry 5, Muramasa Revenant Blades, all three Xenoblade Chronicles, uh, being having Switch 2 versions, Xenoblade Genesis, so a new game in the Xenoblade universe, Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, which we'll get to that. RuneScape Dragon Wilds, Hello Kitty Party Land, I assume it's Party Land. It says Partland right here, but I'm pretty sure it was Party Land. Star Fox, Final Fantasy Resonance, Pikuniku 2, Dragon Quest Monsters, The Withered World, which was like I guess it was a Pokemon knockoff, basically. The Dusk Bloods, which I'll get to that again. Splatoon Raiders, Deltarune Chapter 5, Metaphor Refantasio, Minecraft, it's an update. Atelier, Karia, Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine, the first one. Observer, Daisy, Metal Gear Solid 2 Master Collection, Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is available today, Snow Runner, which is available today, Fitness Boxing 3, Everbloom, Final Fantasy 14 Online. That is 14, right? Um, Kingdom Hearts Collection, Kingdom Hearts 4, and the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. So, yeah. Now, when you look at it, like, yes, there's a lot of stuff for a lot of people. But the thing is, like, 90% of this we've already known about, or it's just an older game that's now being released or now coming to the Switch too. Stuff like Stellar Blade, which is, obviously older. Dragon's Dogma 2, which is obviously older. Devil May Cry 5, Lies of P, Lords of the Fallen. Oh, no, Lords of the Fallen 2 is new. Um, yeah, obviously all the Xenoblade Chronicles, which is cool, getting Switch 2 versions of these games, but we've had them. RuneScape, no, that's not new, but that's not old. Um, Minecraft update is pretty cool, I guess. Warhammer 40,000, Observer has been out. Daisy, you know, Rise of the Tomb Raider is super old. Stuff like that. Like, Final Fantasy Online. Like, it's cool to have these things on the Switch too. I get it. But unless that's all you play is Nintendo Switch, like, a lot of these games are going to be games that people have been playing. And so, like, I just don't see, not the point, but like I just don't see a good enough reason to now want to buy, Rise of the Tomb Raider unless you really want to replay it and you want to play it on the go. Or Devil May Cry 5, which again, it's a great game. I need to, start playing it again. But unless you really want to play it on the go, you know. Now, of course, yes, there are games that would be considered big regardless. Like Rhythm Heaven is a big enough franchise. People love that, Rhythm Heaven. You know, duh. A Pokopia expansion pass, yeah, the Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave game, Ninjala 2, a Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. Those are good enough, but when you look at everything else that was being added in or being announced, you're like, okay, cool, we're getting these stuff, and they didn't spend a lot of time in it on each thing really. They did spend a lot of time, unfortunately, on something that I'll get to. But yeah, and then like the two games that I was really looking forward to, for because again, right here, I have a Switch. I have a Switch too. I have a Switch too. Um, like I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, well, I don't care because I don't have the console, whatever. I have my PlayStation 5 right here. I have my Xbox Series X right here. I got my Switch 2. I'm recording this on a PC where I can play games on it. So like again, this is coming from someone. Yes, I'm more of an Xbox guy. I've said that plenty of times, but it doesn't mean that I don't want stuff to play my other consoles. To play on my other consoles, especially the Nintendo. I grew up playing Nintendo. I was more of a Sega guy, but I grew up playing Mario and Zelda. Zelda's, I don't think you'll be able to see it. You can see maybe a little bit of it right here. I have the Master Sword. I have I don't, I think it's in my dirty clothes hamper, but I have a Legend of Zelda shirt. I have plenty of Legend of Zelda stuff. I'm not hanging it around here, but I have like a little flag. So obviously, when I tell you this, and I mean, if you follow my channel and watch my videos, you see that I have a Legend of Zelda 40th anniversary video talking about the franchise. So when I tell you this, you know this is super disappointing to me. The Ocarina of Time remake uh, announcement disappointed me for two reasons. Now, first of all, I honestly don't really think we need an Ocarina of Time remake. I think we just need the 3DS version ported over, obviously with some work, ported over to the Nintendo Switch 2. I think that's all they really needed to do. They didn't need to do a complete remake. I understand why they would want to do a remake because the game came out in what? 98, right? I want to say 98. So, it's an old enough game to warrant a remake, like a complete overhaul of that game. Yeah, it came out in 98. But again, we have a remake that works fine. I don't think we need that. Also, the announcement trailer was like super underwhelming. It was, however long it was, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and all we really see is them talking about, hey, there was a land of Hyrule, a place called Hyrule, and there was a forest, and in it there was some people, oh, the Kokiri that lived there, and then there was a boy who didn't have a fairy, and we see Link sleeping, and then the you know the Triforce of Courage flash on his left wrist, which okay, cool, but that was it. We didn't get any like, oh, maybe a story trailer or some actual gameplay, which this game is coming out this year. So maybe they should have done that. Uh had a trailer to show a lot more because we've seen other trailers with games that are coming out even next year that are just they showed a lot more than what we saw right now. So I'm very disappointed in that trailer, and I'm still gonna play it. Obviously, it's Legend of Zelda. Um, Yeah, and then the other trailer of the other game that I'm looking forward to because I'm such a From Software fan, the Dusk Bloods. Again, this was legitimately like a 30-second trailer or something. Um and all we saw was like they showed a creature and they spoke a little bit they spoke a little Dusk Blood talk, and then we get a technical test this summer and that's it. No, no, nothing else. Just that's it. We don't get a release date. Not even like, hey, it's coming this year still, or I mean, shit. It maybe this means it's coming out next year. Um, yeah, I was just super disappointed in that Dusk Bloods trailer, um, especially to you know when we get a. I just looked at it as I'm talking. It's a 55-second trailer, I guess, for the Dusk Bloods. Um, and then if I can find the Legend of Zelda, I guess it's a 2-minute trailer. Um, for the Zelda remake, we got that a fucking almost 3 minutes, 3 minute combination altogether of Dusk Bloods and Ocarina of Time. Which yes, I know it's a personal, you know, it's personal opinion, that these are the games I'm looking forward to. So yada yada yada. Obviously not everyone's going to be as looking forward to them as I am. But 3 minutes when we got I don't even know how long that trailer was for the Nintendo Switch Sports Resort thing. Um I'm looking through it as we're talking right now, or as I'm talking right now, just so I can. Yeah, it's so okay. It was a 2.5 minute trailer. It seemed longer, and I don't care about like okay, they're gonna have basketball on it, they're gonna have thumb wrestling on it, and all this stuff. Like these are things I don't care about. I don't care about Nintendo Switch Sports, and we're getting a big ass trailer for that. We got more look at the Star Fox when we had a direct completely just for the Star Fox stuff, and then they're gonna go ahead and talk about more about Star Fox, and it's just like, why'd you do that? Just why'd you do that? I don't understand. Um, I mean, I guess yes, okay, Xenoblade Genesis, I could be a little bit excited about, but I'm just, Kingdom Hearts 4, I guess is a big thing. I saw a lot of people really excited about that, but we've known about Kingdom Hearts 4 already. I'm just, yeah, this was such a a whimper, like to end the summer game season, like showcase stuff, the summer game showcase things, and yeah, I'm just disappointed. Um, yeah, I don't know. Thinking about it more, like I'm just gonna stick with 3 out of 10. It was it was not great. It was not great. Um, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and end this video talking about now. I want to rank out because we did have obviously the PlayStation State of Play, which started it off, Summer Game Fest last week afterward, Xbox Showcase this past Sunday, and the Direct. So I'll put up a picture talking about my rankings. So my rankings for these Summer Game Showcases. I'm gonna start off with number one. It's going to be the Xbox Showcase. Like I know that that's obviously like duh, of course it's the Xbox Showcase. It's you know I'm an Xbox guy, but these are my personal. This is my personal ranking, so it is what it is. Unfortunately, sorry guys, but yeah, the Gears of War E-Day Direct, Gears of War E-Day being shown. Seeing more of everything that was on there. Clockwork Revolution, the Halo campaign evolved looks good. Obviously, um, Senua looks good. I'm not as excited, obviously, about a Senua game. but it's still exciting enough. You know, State of Decay 3, Metro 2039, Fable. I mean, Metro 2039 and Fable, we've seen, obviously. Valor Mortis looked good. They showed a new Crazy Taxi game. The Castlevania game looked good. There was some stuff that obviously I'm not as or Micron Dungeons too. They showed a new Spyro game. Obviously there's stuff that I'm not as excited about. The Bad Magpie, the Vivarium game. I couldn't really care too much about. Um, Flight Simulator. Persona. Um, and then even though I like Call of Duty, for them to end Call of Duty, or to end it with the Call of Duty, especially the DMZ stuff, was just like, really, guys, like that's how we're gonna end the that's how we're gonna end it with that. Um, in the end, it's not. It doesn't destroy my enjoyment. Um, but then number two is obviously, if you're seeing this video, the picture, I'm keeping it up the whole time. It's gonna be State of Play. uh, Say what you will want, about God of War, La Fey, whatever. And I obviously have my reservations. It's still a God of War game, and you know they know what they're doing when it comes to making God of War games. At least with the gameplay and everything. Maybe I might not be as enamored with the story and everything, but I don't care. Give me more God of War, especially with that gameplay. And then, of course, Marvel's Wolverine. Again, say what you want about maybe what the story could end up being, because I did not enjoy the story for uh, Spider-Man 2. But the gameplay still is like Insomniac does not. I don't think they make bad games when it comes to gameplay. And of course, Marvel took on the Fighting Souls. I'll play that when it comes out. But yeah. Then number three, it's gonna be the Summer Game Fest, because yeah, like Resident Evil Code Veronica remake being shown. Like, yes, give that to me. I want that so much. Uh, I love the Star Wars. Star Wars. I don't know why I'm saying Star Wars. I'm looking at the list again just to make sure. I love the Resident Evil games, and so yes, give me a Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, because yes, I will play the hell out of another remake. um, yeah, and then you know to end it, obviously number four. It's the Nintendo Direct. uh, you know, a lot of games I'm not too excited about, and the games that I am excited about had really just poor showings. So yeah, that's gonna be what it is. Oh yeah, and the Summer Game Fest, the Ninja Turtles Last Ronin, uh, duh. So yeah, that's gonna be my rankings, and yeah. So you like what I do on this channel, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and until next time, I'll catch you later.